You are here. Well, you will be soon. Change can be overwhelming. If you don't know where to start, I went through literally the exact same thing. And so did these guys. So we're here to tell you what's next.
I've never been to anywhere like in North America before. I had to find a job, I had to navigate making friends, I had to find a community.
And in those first 2 weeks, there's so many different things you're adjusting. Just because it's new and it's different doesn't mean it's necessarily bad.
Back home, I never really noticed I was different compared to the majority of other people. So that's not something that I had to think about while I was back home. And in my first year, I had to navigate it because I didn't have as many people in my community who looked like me.
You're just trying to adjust to housing, like living with a roommate, the city that you've moved into, or just the fact that you might be homesick or your family's, there's so many different things you're adjusting.
One big adjustment is figuring out your housing situation. From choosing where to live and dealing with roommates, here's what you need to know.
Think about where you're gonna move or what you are looking for in a housing situation, what your ideals, what your deal breakers are, what you're, where you're okay negotiating.
You can look at BC's Tenant Rights Act. It is important to know the law and also what rights you do have as a tenant.
My tip would be find folks that are very similar to you. Of course, I would love to say I'm a neat freak. I'm not, and that's okay. Be honest with yourself about how clean you are, about whether you're a night or morning girly.
And it's always important to be understanding of one another, give each other grace, and at the same time being assertive that this is my line, don't cross it, but also giving room for that person to kind of learn how to live with you. How you grew up and where you grew up can kind of affect how you usually live your life. Not everyone is going to approach cleaning the same way, cooking the same way, but definitely being understanding, because this is also their first time having to live with you, and you also need to recognize where living with you may also be difficult for them as well.
Once you settle in, how can you make this place actually feel like home?
I feel like I make Kelowna home by just being outside more. And I don't mean necessarily outdoor activity space, but just being outside in the community, looking at events pages, being downtown a lot, just really exploring it in a way that made sense to me. We have the classic top 10 places to visit in Kelowna, and then I made Najat's top 10 places that I enjoy here because I spent so much time just dilly-dallying.
I think the biggest thing for me was being open to new opportunities all the time. I started playing basketball, I started going to the gym. Because of those things, I got more involved in school, clubs, and that translated to working on campus. I had jobs off campus.
So, how do you deal with change?
Try and talk to as many people as possible. I go for as many events as possible. I try my best to make sure that I'm involved on campus. Because of that, I've met so many different people. If I see them anywhere in the world, and if I see them anywhere on campus, we're gonna say hi, we're gonna have a chat. I've made lifelong friends because of it as well.
I think we assume that you're supposed to, go to class and make friends and all these things and just put on a brave face and oh, it's fine. Obviously I'm supposed to do these things, but it's okay for you to feel uncomfortable initially or maybe a little bit sad. There is no change without discomfort anyways. If you were comfortable, then you wouldn't be really changing, right? So you just have to sit with that and be okay with it and allow your emotions that come with that. How did I deal with change? I think honestly it was all community. And I think I knew UBCO was gonna be a really good time for me when the friends that I had just met for that first week, I just remember celebrating my 18th birthday on the Purcell rooftop, and they had bought me a cake and a sweater from the bookstore that I still have, which I think is such a kind and really just telling gesture about how quickly and how fast you can build community.
So I guess what we're here to say is, change is the only constant. So why not live your life like a movie? As corny as it sounds, you're the one who gets to write it. Tum est, it is yours.